Greetings, Falners. Welcome back to another Midnight Hunt Standard video. Today we're looking at a deck that I think has a pretty good chance of making a comeback. It's been around for a very long time and then it just kind of disappeared. It didn't really have a lot of good creatures and tools to work with, but I think with Crimson Vow around the corner, that could change, and I'm seeing kind of what it has now and how it improves in the future. So if you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. I'm also live on Twitch. Check out that description down below where I'm playing some Magic, some Dead by Daylight, some other games that I enjoy. So yeah, be really cool to see you guys there. Always really cool to see what chat has to offer and try to convince me to play. Sometimes they convince me, sometimes it just takes a lot more convincing, but I do cave in at the end a little bit. So anyways, we're looking at Monored Aggro. Again, a deck that disappeared. I think a lot of it had to do with like back in Throne. Throne had like the best red cards. It had Torrent, it had Ember Cleave, it had Bone Crusher Giant, and just losing all of that in one go, I think made people just say Mono Red is just awful. And to some degree, they are correct. It just lost so much power in one fell swoop that it was hard to ever say like, oh, like it's good again, because there's just so much to compare it to. But I think Crimson Vow's giving us a lot of new tools, especially the new Chandra. Awesome art, by the way. That might help it to kind of get to a position where people might start considering it like a type A or type S deck. So let me show you what I've got so far, and we'll see kind of how we do today. So I got Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter. Look, I know the downside isn't like fantastic. It's more or less like a blood token on a creature, but a 2/1 with kind of an upside is still good. Like it does, you don't have to see this ability as a downside. I more see it as like it has a utility slash option to work with. You know, it might come in handy at some point. If not, it's a 1 mana for 2/1, which is pretty good. We got 4 Play with Fires for the aggression, 4 Shocks for the aggression. This is mostly meant to go at face, just to kind of pressure the opponent. But if we need to remove something, these will come in nice and handy, and they are 1 mana. We got 3 Bloodthirsty Adversaries, which does get back to Play with Fire and Shocks if we draw it in the late game. 4 Dragonkin Berserkers. I've really started liking this card. 2/2 First Strike I think is very good with an upside. So Kargan Intimidator, which I've always liked. I think Mono Red really needs this card because it basically kind of gives it unblockable if you pay for it, so it's really nice there. We got the Hulking Bugbear just for the haste, nice pressure. Reckless Stormseeker, which also has haste, and Relic Robber, which has haste. So the 3 drops can apply a lot of pressure, and they also have some sort of, they either, you know, good body with haste, or they have some sort of effect that helps your game plan. And I did throw in 2 Goldspan Dragons, just in case we might get flooded, and also reason I put it in front of Starmount. So I always gotta spice it up just a little bit, you know. And then we got 3 Stars Skull Smashing, 4 Den of the Bugbears, which again probably one of the better creature lands I've seen from the AFR set, and then 17 Mountains. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not playing Frostbite because I do want to target the face at the end of the day. Just kind of want to have that option, and I think that's super important. Although the difference between 2 to 3 damage, you know, does matter, but I just decided for this type of deck, let's go for the face. Let's apply pressure there and see what we can do. Woof, this hand is rough. I don't have any of my low drops. I am going to keep it at the end of the day. It has playables, it has Play with Fire. I am on the draw, so it's not the worst, certainly not the best. So we'll go ahead and just pass the turn. Okay. This is nice here because I do get to just say no. I don't want to see that. Goodbye. Ooh, double gold. Got both my Goldspan Dragons. So very low odds randomizer. But it is odds at the end of the day. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of see what I can get here. Ooh, might be too late for that, honestly. I think against Mono Green is a bad matchup for us, in all honesty. So, yeah, this is bad. Mono Green plays almost, if not just as fast, and their creatures are bigger, so. I've always said Mono Green has always been superior to Mono Red. I think just in Throne of Eldraine, mono red was better. So I think that kind of changes things. I'm going to go ahead. Yep, that's an automatic scoop. So, again, like, and Bone Crusher Giant 2 was fantastic just because it was a 4/3 creature I could play on turn 3. Like, it was so good. And I think, again, it's going to be in a tough spot for mono red to make a comeback. Like, there is Lunar Frenzy, but that is, you know, just, I mean, it's people call it mini Embercleave, but honestly, it's Embercleave did so much more that to call it mini Embercleave is like not exactly even close to correct. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. It's a little risky, but we have the aggression. I like this, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of slam it down, see what we can do here. So, okay. Ooh. Kind of the beauty with Play with Fire, I don't feel confident that I'm going to draw a land, so if it's not like a super threatening creature, I may just bolt to the face and kind of see what we can do here. That's threatening enough. I don't like that. It just gets too big, gains life. I don't like it. I'm really hoping for a land here. That is so rough. Would have been beautiful to play one of our many 3-drops, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We gotta kind of just roll with the punches. I do expect the 2/4 Angel to come in here. Oh, you know what? I will take that. I will take a Lunark Aspirant. That I can shock. Well, you know what? I don't mind trading with the Pit Fighter. So we'll kind of see what happens here. Ooh, really wish I drew a land though, I gotta say. Not drawing a land is pretty crucial right now. This is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just shock now. Just before we hit combat. I know I can respond to the trigger, but I'm just not gonna deal with it right now. Double Professor Symbology. Again, the 2/2 first strike is coming in pretty huge here. I may play the Werewolf. Yeah, I think that is the play. Just to get some pressure going. Yeah, I'm mixing vampires with werewolves. I'm committing an atrocity here. Alright, we've got the pressure on so far. I think we're starting to lose it. I think missing that land drop was very, very painful for us, and it may cost us. There's the Valkyrie. That's what I was worried about. That will do it. Oh, well, you know what? This is good. So I can actually put it on this guy. Okay. Kind of worked out. Hulking Bugbear is kind of helping us a little bit. Still allowing us to pressure the opponent. It's just unfortunate right now. Oh, man. We just needed that extra lands. Oh. Oh, my. I've never seen that card. Is it first strike too? My goodness. What a card. Okay. That actually matters. Well. Painful, but we gotta do it. Oh man, this is bad. Yeah, I mean, again, we are just test running a little bit. We're just kind of seeing the potential future. I don't expect this deck to be popping off. I don't expect it to be amazing by any means either. Oh boy, that will do it. Oh, Orzhov Angels. Orzhov Angel Clerics. Delightful. Oof. Alright, that will be the GG's. Oh man, this deck is rough. This deck is hard to pilot right now in the current meta. And again, I think a lot of it has to do with also the power level of the creatures in other decks have gotten a lot better, I would say, over time. I think the toughness, they've been increasing the toughness, they've been increasing certain keywords on creatures, and that's really become really important to kind of look at. This guy's username is insane. But what I do like about this, ooh, all our 3-drops are here, lovely. What I do like about this is that the potential is always there. There's always going to be solid creatures to apply pressure. I think, again, in comparison, the power curve has just dropped so much that it's just not going. Oh wow, someone got the new bundle already. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. Oh, I would have loved that turn 1. And again, mono green here. We've already kind of seen what happens here, what the matchup is. It's not going to go in our favor, but we'll do our best here. I'm always going to try. I do expect a big wolf. Oh man, which just changed our play a lot actually. Also need to draw a land. I mean, I actually played the correct number of lands. I think it's 24, which is actually really, really high for this type of deck with a very low curve. But you never know. You never know what the game is going to give you. So, yep, there it is. The Ranger Glass. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Would really like a land. Whew, got there. All right, we'll play the Relic Robber. Oh man, the opponent would be at 13 if we got the Pit Fighter turn 1. I do expect an Old Growth Troll. Old favorite. I love that card. I've been using Old Growth Troll since the very beginning, so it is only now that people start to realize its true potential. Okay. If opponent wants to trade here, I'm okay with that. Expect the trade. This is tough. I don't really have much way to pressure mono green anymore. This Goblin Construct is going to have to go the distance. And I don't think I can do it in time. So we'll kind of see what we can do. It might have been worth it to attack with the Pit Fighter because even if the Pit Fighter dies, he'd start taking 2 damage, which 2 to 3 is it's a pretty big difference, I would say. I may actually do that. You know what? I will give him a viable target to block. I think the difference between taking 2 damage and 1 damage is fairly huge. And I think he's considering that as well. Okay. So it turns out I could have done that last turn and he would have made the trade and I could have gotten in for 2. But it's kind of good to gauge your opponent a little bit. It's good to know kind of where they stand. It looks like they're also stuck on 3 mana, which is pretty helpful. Hulking Bugbear is going to come in. Hulking Bugbear with the Reckless Storm is going to apply a lot of pressure. So I actually really like this. Go ahead and see a land here. That's fine. Okay. So I expect to trade with the Hulking Bugbear, but again, this is huge. And now the Pit Fighter is hitting for 1 more, and that's going to make all the difference. So we'll kind of see here. Could have a Snakeskin Veil. People have been playing that a little bit more. Been playing it since the very beginning. I just want to say a lot of these things that people are doing. I've been doing it for quite some time. So, you know. Okay. Goblin Construct's going the distance. I did say it did need to go the distance. We're getting there. Opponent draws a land. This could be crucial. Could be an Esca's Chariot coming in. That's going to be pretty brutal. It might actually matter a lot. And I would have to hold out for 7 turns. Oh, man. I really wish I did call the Esca's Chariot. Oh, man. Abrade is back in Standard. So, with Crimson Vow. So, it's going to make a huge, huge difference. Oh, this actually changes a lot of things. I'm actually going to play with fire. He's going to have to crew now. Is what's going to happen. I'm making the opponent crew now. Crew happens. Okay. Again, this applies pressure. You can trade with the Chariot if you want to. I think he trades. He's been playing pretty defensively. I think he's got a Ren and 7 in hand, and that is going to be rough. And I think that changes his decision. because if he draws a land, plays a Ren and 7, and keeps a Chariot, he just kind of takes over the game a little bit, and I'm on the defensive. So opponents are definitely in a more tougher situation. These bugbears though have really made it quite the difference. So that's to go for the trade. Man, maybe I should have attacked with the Pit Fighter again. I mean, it is tough. I think it is very tough to make that call though, just because the Chariot just becomes worse and worse over time. And he's got another one too. Yikes. I don't know if I have enough ways to give pressure anymore. I think I've reached my limit, so now I'm completely on the defensive here. Double first strike though. That might actually put a stop to the opponent here, because both my creatures will be able to get their first strikes in. So this could be huge. This could be very, very huge, actually. And we'll see what we can do here. I think I'm just in kind of the stall game a little bit. I'm very nervous. I also need to draw a land to activate this. Like, things are not looking good for us. We've officially hit the defensive mark, and that is not good for us. I think we've done all we can to put their opponent. So it's up to us to draw shocks, play with fires. I think my biggest mistake was not attacking with the Pit Fighters when I felt like they were going to trade. And that could be all the difference right now. Ranger class is fine. I can deal with that. Crewing actually probably hurts the opponent a little bit more. So I'm okay with this. If the opponent continues to be on the defensive, I'll be okay. Oh, decides to play the Kazandu Mammoth land. So that means a Ren and 7 is coming. I would need to draw a land and then a Goldspan Dragon, or Goldspan Dragon and a land. Whatever the order is, it doesn't matter for this to be relevant. So opponent decides to attack here, though. That's pretty bold, I would say. But I'm okay with that for now. I was confused. I thought he only attacked with Oh, I don't think our... Oh, right, but the... Oh, wait, did he not? Oh, no. Oh, no, opponent. I don't think you realized. Double first strike, I believe, kills you. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. I think he recognized his mistake. Okay. A little bit of mana screwed on both ends there, but... this deck, man. Against... I think Crimson Vow helps. We'll see if it really does. It's gonna be very close, if anything, but hopefully, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Mono Red too much. I think it did need a bit of a power. It did need to get depowered, but it might have taken too much of a hit recently. So kind of see how it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, got to kind of learn things a little bit. My next video is going to be kind of insane. I don't even know if it's going to work, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, again, I'll be kind of doing more guides, more practical advice for the limited environment for Crimson Vow. I've gotten convinced to do it again. It's just been kind of hard with my schedule, but I'll make time for you guys. So hopefully you guys will keep an eye out for that. So thank you all so much for watching. Of course, follow me on Twitch and all that good stuff. And of course, right now, next to my head, this is my most recent upload. Looks pretty fun, eh? Go check it out. Right below that is a video that YouTube's like, you need to watch this. What are you doing? Why are you not watching this? Why haven't you watched this? So go ahead, check that video as well. Really helps me out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next Earthville.